Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna and this morning we're visiting with Kevin Lyons. He's the Monroe County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Joanna.
Well, I'm glad you're here today because you and several of your co-workers have come up with a really neat program that we're going to talk about today.
Yes, we've kind of dubbed it from Hayfield to hay rings. It's going to be kind of focused on forage production, very basic tips, but it'll be about an hour-long educational program. It'll be October 27th at the Metcalfe County Extension Office over there in their Farmers Market Pavilion. But a few of us around there was needing a program for the Cape producers, and this is kind of how it kind of evolved into this. So the more we kind of talked about it, we kind of formed this little program. We hope it would be helpful to our forage producers. But it's take you from the beginning of the hay production all the way to feeding it.
And you know, the thing about it is there's a lot of variables that come into play, but knowing a little bit more about forage, because we are a forage production state. And you know, earlier in the summer, Kevin, we were really worried whether we were going to have enough, and they worried about feeding hay, and then we got a flush of rain, and so it's changed things even within the last several months. But I think the things that you guys are going to talk about are core, and it doesn't matter what the year is, it's important.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that, because it's just a continual process of trying to offer this educational program for people. But this one is something that's going to be pretty basic, but it's going to be helpful every year. And it's something that we kind of continually have to promote, is things like the forage analysis, soil testing, fertility, adding in seed when it needs it. Everything's expensive, and folks have been, trying to budget and cut back a little bit, but eventually it kind of catches up if you're in the forage business, for sure.
Okay, so you mentioned testing hay and soil testing. Now, are you going to talk about fertility and reading the soil test and understanding that?
We are. We're going to start from the beginning of the process, how to take a soil test, which is really basic, but interpreting the results, knowing what that means. Sometimes those are a little bit confusing, even for people that are familiar with them. There's different formats in those reports. Some of the language in it is a little bit tricky sometimes. So we're going to show people what it means and how to read that.
And I think now is really important to know what you need and how much.
Yes.
To maintain that, and then how are you going to be profitable with that?
Yeah, we always say, the soil testing is something we talk about a lot, but it helps you either put what you need for your best production, or don't put something that you don't need and just spending money that you don't really need to spend on it. So Adam Estes in Hart County is going to kind of start with that and kind of go through some things on harvesting, cutting height, leaving a little bit of that grass so it can take off again. And Chris Schalk in Barry County is going to go through taking forage samples. We're going to show some different hay probes. He's going to go through the forage report and that you get back when you do your hay sampling. Give you the options on how to do it, where to send it, all those things. But that's another report that's a little bit cumbersome sometimes, and you really got to filter through down to the kernels of the good part that you're actually wanting to know. And then Brendan Bales is going to talk about feeding hay. We're going to have some different size bales there. We're going to weigh them. We're going to show you how to take a sample out of them. It's going to be hands-on,
yeah.
And we're going to have some different type hay rings there to show the advantages of different types of those. But we're going to film it that day. We'll have it on our YouTube channel at our Mammoth Cave group has. And if you need to come to it that night, we're going to do it again. It'd be dark when we do it probably, so we're going to film it first and do all that, have that available for folks that can attend.
All right, and so Kevin, do people need to RSVP if they want to attend this training?
We're going to start promoting it. I guess we'll probably ask people to do that, but that's not necessary. We're not going to have a meal, so that takes out a little bit of the guesswork in the crowd. There'll be plenty of room over there, so we hope everybody can make it out.
And so anybody watching today is invited to come out?
Absolutely. It's a multi-county thing. It's for our whole area, so everybody's welcome.
All right, Kevin. Well, it's a great program that you guys have put together. And if you're interested or have questions, make sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching and have a great day.